him good though. Turn the monitor down. Turn the monitor down. No. Seriously, turn the not the mic, but the monitors. They loud right now. It's getting ready to feedback again. You good? I thought you were supposed to reach that way, not over there, but over there. You all right? Can
Yeah,
you hear
bro.
me?
I'm good.
We can't hear you now.
You can't hear me.
Say, bro, what you turned off? Do I need to come over there?
Nah, you. I got it.
I'm gonna come over there.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
What you turned off?
I ain't turning off nothing.
You turned something. I can't even hear you now.
Hold up, miss. How about now?
Not really. You're looking the wrong way. That's why I'm asking you that. Because you're supposed to be looking on that side to turn the monitors down.
It's too loud still.
There you go.
All right.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Can you hear the words that's coming out of his mouth? He just turned his mic on, didn't you?
Hello?
Yeah.
You hear?
There we go.
You just turned his mic on?
Yeah.
Mic check.
My bad, bro. I slipped up.
Can you hear?
I'm sorry.
That's all right. I ain't going to talk about you for about 2 minutes. Minute and a half? All right, 30 seconds. That's it. What's happening, Ron? What's going on with
I'm good, bro.
you? You good?
Trying to, get it together.
All right.
Got here later than usual, but
Huh?
I said I got here later than usual, but I'm all right.
That's all right. You was on time.
Yeah.
You was on time. Our guys in the building. Jeffrey Vapp is in the building.
Hey,
What's going on with you? You all right?
I'm good.
Some real stuff happening in the world of politics.
Always.
Our headlines today, for those that don't know, that just might be tuning in and not paying attention. Arthur Hunter, who is, or was, I should say, in past tense, candidate for mayor, said that I have already taken my victory lap. So he said, I'm out.
Well, hats off to Mr. Hunter. I know it wasn't an easy decision for him to make,
Yep.
but I like it.
So
I like it.
one of the things that he was talking about is said it was a struggle to raise money, which I'm hearing from a lot of the candidates. It's a struggle to raise money in this election.
Yeah.
But in the I don't know if that's the majority of the candidates, but I am hearing that from a lot of that this political campaign has been a struggle to raise money. But Arthur Hunter's campaign raised over $120,000.
Impressive.
And I guess the question is for somebody that doesn't know anything about how much money it costs.
Right.
To run a citywide campaign for mayor probably costs you anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million.
I'm with you. I don't really know how much it costs to do that, but I would say,
$500,000 to $1 million.
depending on the type of commercials that you want to put out, the quality of the commercial, flyers and the like, I think it still comes down to the same, just grassroots, man. And then your campaign. I know you got to pay your campaign managers and employees.
Managers, you got your folks on the ground.
Right.
You got to talk about the headquarters.
Yeah.
Paraphernalia, signs. I didn't know how much signs cost. I know now. But good Lord. And when they be telling me they be cutting up the signs or burning them or stealing them or taking them down, people need to understand those signs ain't cheap.
That's right. So,
You can talk about like a little yard sign being $2-3 a piece.
so we starting a sign business next cycle?
That's right.
All right. T-shirts too.
Vappy and Stevens Printing.
There you go.
and you think about it, the average number of just yard signs, that's the little, 24 by 12, 12 by 24s?
Yeah.
They're about $3, $2.50 to $3 a piece, depending on how many colors you're using.
That's right.
And you need an average of, for primary, you need an average of 200 to 300 at least. And then you're gonna need some for the if you make it to the runoff.
Right. Well, I think
300.
those are all the things you have to factor, and I'm sure it goes up. It goes up every cycle.
But I ain't including the 4x8s, the ones with the big billboards.
Mm-hmm.
They $10 a piece.
Mm.
And you can hang those over, bridges and over different places. They look like billboards. And they cost you anywhere between 10 to 12, depending on, again, colors, how many sides. You want it on both sides or one side. They can again, you got to get an average of probably 50 to 80 of them. That's just the average for primary, and including runoff. And when I keep saying, primary and runoff, because you know that when you put out yard signs, you put them out in neutral ground. By the time they cut the grass, they pulling them, throwing them away. You put up some, and your contenders are going out there pulling up your sign.
That's right.
You got people burning them up, cutting them up. They don't like you.
Yeah.
They take them down, so you're gonna lose some of them. Then you got to replace them.
Yeah. Cost.
So it costs. It costs to be the boss. It costs to be the boss. But what you think, Arthur Hunter? Great man.
Yes.
Great judge. A good friend. I just think more so than anything else, not the right publicity. Meaning that his campaign was more quiet.
Very quiet. Very quiet. He's the best candidate we didn't know, as he would say in his commercials.
I would think he did. I mean, he's a smart man.
He's
Very
a smart man.
Former police officer, former judge.
I think his decision to support Royce displays that, supports that.
What you mean?
Well, I think that there's, with everybody that's in the race, and if you take into account everything we just talked about just now in terms of cost and the like, for him to, I'm sure, talk to his family, talk to his campaign managers, to come to this decision, which I'm certain wasn't an easy decision, just speaks to his sincerity and ability to see this city move forward.
Right.
I think there should be more of that.
So you're actually saying, if I'm reading you right, that you think that there should be more candidates that are looking at what's the road to victory?
I think yes. Short answer to that is yes. But we need to not just look at the mayor's race. I think individuals in the mayor's race should also look at individuals in the council's race, sheriff, and the like. We need what I would call a local political Voltron. We need all these people to come together.
Hold up. Did you say Voltron?
Voltron.
Is that like a superhero?
Yeah, somewhat. Lego, whatever your age group is.
I thought that's what you meant. I'm like, did you say Voltron?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
You get where I'm going with that.
I
right?
No,
Yeah.
I need you to explain that. I want to hear this one. I need you to explain the
All right.
Voltron method.
All right. Picture, if you will.
Okay. This already went superhero-ish.
Then he went radio voice with it.
Yeah.
Picture if you will.
Picture, if you will, in a world.
Oh, the world. Well, it was dark.
So we've
Here
all,
comes the superhero.
in a world where your politics are just so toxic, you need a group or a band of warriors to come together, right, to fix our government. It's not one person can't do it. One person can't do it. One person on the executive branch can't do it. The other person in the legislative can't do it. But if there was a group of guys on the same page, guys and girls, right, on the same page, that's what it's going to take. I would love at the time it's time to vote, when we all go into the polls to vote, I would love to see the candidates amongst themselves get together and form this alliance so that they could become this political Voltron, if you will.
That sounds like, what does that sound like? That sounds like Transformers. You adding on the pieces to
They
make
did it
one
too.
great big old body.
There you go.
Yeah, he was just in the
One
wrong.
big, Well, Voltron
He
was
should have been in the 90s. He was in the
Voltron
80s.
was specific. Yeah, Transformers, they did the same thing. But
So
don't get distracted on the
don't get
the genre or the cartoons, ladies and gentlemen. They need to come together.
But how do you do that? Because somebody is going to tell you, just like they're going to tell me, I can't work with that person.
Well,
Why
that's-
he got to be the leader?
there you go.
You know that, right?
Yeah, but that's when I take out that syringe of positivity and I try to infect them. That syringe you said was broke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd take it out, straighten that needle out, and start infecting people with positive ideas. I mean, the candidates, I'm sure it was hard for Hunter to say, no, I don't want it, because I'm sure he thought, he could be a great mayor, and I'm sure he could be a great mayor. But when you look at, he stepped back, looked at it, or somebody else who was taken inventory of the landscape, brought it to his attention, and helped him come to that decision. He said this would be the best direction for him to go. I just think that speaks to his love, his maturity, his intellect, and again, his sincerity in wanting to see the city move forward. That's not to say that someone who doesn't see it that way is wrong, but we need to take this thing serious. They need to take this thing serious.
So you think, I'm going to ask you this question,
Okay.
that this is a good mix between Hunter and Duplessis?
Yeah, on the surface, I'd say yes.
All right. What about another one?
Let's talk about it. We have a few others.
Who would you think would make the next best mix?
Let's see. What we have left is a pink warrior. We have a a black Voltron. We have
Because we got what? We got Oliver, Helena Moreno.
okay, Royce.
Royce and Hunter got together.
That's true. All right. Well, they've already
got their
formed.
Voltron.
Yeah, they already
All
formed
right.
and did a leg right now.
So who else you got? You got Helena. You got Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is in this race? You got, I mean, the other folks that haven't gotten as much pub as the rest of them.
Right.
But I guess my question is, do you think that Helena's going to pick up the phone and call Oliver? Or is Oliver going to pick up the phone and call
Do I think those two? Will
yeah. Do you think they get together and say, "Oh, I'm endorse you, you endorse me," or whatever?
No.
I'm sorry. You all right? You all right?
Excuse me,
You
yeah.
had to get that out.
Yeah. Got a little stuffy in it. I don't see it.
You don't see it?
I don't see it.
Why not? Because politics makes strange bedfellows.
It does.
All right.
I don't see it.
You don't think it'll happen?
I don't think it'll happen.
You ain't even really elaborate on it. You just said nope.
Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah.
Why not?
Well, here's my answer. Look, I don't see it. I don't see it.
I don't see it either. I'm just trying to get it out to you. I don't see it because I know that from the level of what we've seen in the past, I don't think they're the best of friends. And if they can't get along separately now, how is it that they can sit there and get along together?
I like that. That's good because
that's
usually
just a comparison.
That's how politics usually work. We see people going at each other's throats, then they're dancing together, holding hands to the.
Look at J.D. Vance and what's his name?
Yeah, absolutely.
The pink man. I mean the orange man. I mean he called him everything but a child of God. Next thing you know, he's the vice president.
Absolutely. Sickening, huh?
Cheeto man.
Huh?
Cheeto man.
Taco.
All that rolled up into one.
That's Taco. So the question is, where will we be? What you say, T-Bone?
Well, I could tell you right now why those two aren't going to get together.
Why you say
Tell
that?
us, Steve-O.
Because they're going to be the runoff.
Who gonna be the runoff?
OT and Helena Moreno.
Mm-hmm.
See, they're the two front runners right now. Forget what you heard about J.P. Morale. Forget what you heard about whoever else.
J.P. Morale is not in the.
I was willing to throw weight behind Judge Hunter. I'm sad to hear him out of the race because I think he would have shook things up.
Okay, J.P. Morale is not in the mayor's race.
Good. Who else in there? See, I'm cutting to the chase with you. I ain't going to BS you now. You know I don't.
No, I was just clarifying something for you because J.P. Morale is not in the mayor's race.
Good. Who else?
You have OT.
Okay.
You have Helena Moreno.
Okay.
You have the other candidates that may not be getting as much pub as those four.
Exactly. That's the point I'm making to you. Them two ain't going to work together because them two know they're the front runners. OT is probably one of the most, if not the most popular politician in the city right now.
Mm-hmm. So you don't think that Royce Duplessis is going to be in it?
Nope.
At all?
Nope.
Okay. Good enough.
I don't hear nobody talking about him.
You don't hear nobody talking about Royce?
Station. I don't hear nobody excited about him becoming mayor. Nobody.
Breakdown. Well,
That's just the real.
Okay. Good enough, T-Bone.
So
Thank
see,
you, sir.
here's what you have to calculate. And this is the calculus that got Trump in the White House. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
The uninformed voter. You understand what I'm saying? They are not the ones that look at all the issues. They're looking at popular names.
Watch how you say that, because if Royce Duplessis ends up in that runoff, then we're going to call you the uninformed voter.
Hey, I'll eat crow if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am right now.
Don't make me give you a nickname, Birdman.
Google him, T-Bone. Google him.
Check it out
I'll
before
call
you say
the
that
station
again.
with the pigeon call.
I'm trying to tell you,
If
check
I'm
it out
wrong.
before you say
But
that.
you know what?
Check-
I don't think I am right now, because guess what? I'm hearing more about OT as this race starts out.
Absolutely.
I'm
you can't
hearing
go
more
wrong.
about
No, you can't
Helena
go wrong
Moreno.
with OT.
She
Can't
just
go wrong.
started putting her commercials out, and people are already talking about, well, I'm voting for her.
Okay.
They're
All
going
right.
to be your front runners, bro.
Just check it out. That's all I can say. Just check it out.
I'll keep my eyes open.
All right, brother.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
All right, y'all.
All
All right.
Cedric, hold on. We got to take a break. We'll take the break and we'll come back with more in just a minute, y'all.
That's right. It's party time each and every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on WBOK. It's the Throwback Throwdown with DJ Wick as he brings you the best in old school from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the early 2Ks. Plus, the party goes to another level at 9 p.m. with the Throwback Throwdown Party Mix to round out the night. It's the Throwback Throwdown Sunday nights at 7 p.m. on WBOK and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
You're looking for a new ride? Don't waste time. Go see the finance man, Brandon Moore, only at Matt Bowers Ford in Metairie. That's 3724 Veterans Boulevard. Bad credit, no credit? Don't sweat it. Brandon works with all types of credit. He'll fight to get you rolling today with quick approvals, friendly service, real results. That's Brandon Moore, Matt Bowers Ford, 3724 Veterans Boulevard.
Come see me and we'll make it happen for you, baby.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fit-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
New Orleans, get ready to laugh. Join Inspire NOLA, K20, NSNO, and the Nord Commission, a free event for NOLA teachers, parents, and the community. Friday, August 15th at the Orpheum Theater, featuring comedians Frank White, Shady Feelgood, Rob Kazi, and Bruce, with performances by DJ Jubilee, the Big Six Brass Band, PNC, and Subtweet Sean, hosted by Tanya Boyd Cannon and Wild Wayne. Get your tickets and info at inspirenolaschools.org.
Criminals are escaping at will. The jail locks don't work. Our courtrooms are not secure. Our jail is out of control. We need a tough sheriff who can fix it, like Bob Murray.
You know me. I'm Bob Murray. With your vote, I can fix it. Paid for by the community like Bob Murray? Sure. Number 3 on the ballot.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. It's Thursday afternoon. We got our co-host in the building. Jeffrey Vappy is in the building.
Hey, everybody.
A whole bunch of conversation, a lot of political moves that have been made today. For those of you that don't know, Arthur Hunter, who was the candidate for mayor, has decided that he has stepped down from being in that candidacy pool, and he has said, I'm going to support Royce DePlessis. And now, I don't know if you saw the signs, but they already got the signs done. With Arthur Hunter on them.
Arthur for Royce DePlessis.
And,
Arthur Hunter.
And Arthur Hunter and Royce DePlessis for our city.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, check that out.
Yeah.
What you say, Cedric?
Hello to the both of you and to our family. To the caller before me, T. Just this week, former Mayor Sidney Bartholomew, former State Supreme Court Justice Johnson endorsed Royce DePlessis' candidacy. This is a new mayor's race as of this moving forward, not only for Judge Hunter to rescind his candidacy and to already come out. And as you said, I saw the signs on your page where they have a sign for our city. I believe a movement is starting because people are tired of the same old. Mm-hmm. And to whoever makes the runoff, and I pray to God, my only concern is that there is a runoff, and that comes with us going out to the voting polls. Whoever's in the runoff, we're going to rally behind them.
What makes you think there's going to be a runoff?
I believe people see, Mr. Vappy, how serious this moment is to retain black leadership.
Yeah. And I know that you, Cedric, and I'm not sitting up here trying to yank your chain or nothing, but I see that all the time with you. I'm looking at your social media. It seems to be your big advocacy right now about, you know what, if you don't have a black person in this position, we're giving away the city.
With the mood of what's happening at the federal level, with the political move that's happening at the state level, and then with the move that's happening at the city council level, which has brought this MAGA brand of politics to New Orleans, I believe people are truly waking up and they're going to do their research, because we don't need we don't need. Oh wow, Mr. Vappy, you said it. Pretty much, we don't need no Decepticon trying to fool us Autobots, where you're being courted by the Republican Party.
Y'all with the Decepticons.
Absolutely.
The
Absolutely. I said that.
What was the other one you said? What was the other one you said? The Power Rangers.
Voltron.
Power Rangers.
But it's the Power Rangers, right?
Oh,
right. But you're right, sir. You're right. You're absolutely right.
But this is the point. All the stuff that people like Reverend Avery Alexander did, Mrs. Aretha Haley, Mrs. Dorothy Mae Taylor, Mr. Llewellyn Sony has done, and people in your individual families, can we afford to let it just die here in 2025?
Absolutely not.
When we see what they are doing towards us.
Yes.
And the question that should be asked, and this as I close, the question should be asked by moderators in these mayoral debates is your spouse a Republican or a Democrat or independent? Because that matters. Because if your spouse is a Republican, then that means perhaps your leadership may be tainted, and we don't need to be following MAGA. So I humbly ask everybody to pay attention. Do your research, do your homework. And we may need for Mr. Sherman Copeland, these people that brokered deals back in the past to get us, to galvanize us to be on one accord.
Mr. Cedric,
yes, sir.
Your comment, I mean, there are a lot of people who pose as Democrats, but they are following a Republican agenda. Do you have a specific person that you're speaking of that the public should know about?
Well, I know I saw pictures with a city council person in Jefferson Parish at a function where she had on a Trump dress. And then later she changed the Trump
dress, and she took a picture with Miss Helena Moreno and said, "This is my candidate, and we're going to fight crime together." Okay. And this was about a month ago. But we all know, according to the police chief and statistics, crime is supposed to be down. I'm just asking people to pay attention and don't be fooled. And to all of you black people with influence and black politicians that are not supporting black people, when it's time for you to run again, we're going to remember that. Now, Judge Hunter, we need you to think about this district attorney's race. Y'all have a good one.
All right, brother. There you go.
That's interesting.
All right. What you say, Don?
Hey, Gerard.
How you doing, boss?
Mr. Vappy.
How you doing, sir?
Man, I think Cedric brought up a great point that, a lot of people that, think that things are as they are, need to look a little bit closer, because I think there's a lot of people in this city that feels that, a different candidate will make a difference. And as you mentioned, Gerard, I think a lot of folks need to be looking at what's going on in Baton Rouge and see that a lot of things that are happening, they want to happen, here in this city. The last time we had a non-white as the mayor was Ms. Landry.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw, starting with the police chief situation, how difficult things were for black people, and things never really got. He never really got anything done as far as being a mayor and looking out for the city itself. I guess he feels getting rid of the statues and all was a big thing, but I think a lot of the things that could have been done for the city, he neglected to do. And, I feel that, we need to definitely have a runoff and have one of these, black mayoral candidates involved. But, one of the things that I heard, and maybe, Gerard, you can help me with this. I heard that people are saying that Oliver Thomas is looking at the mayor to endorse him. And, man, after all that the mayor's been through, I think she'd do better not endorsing anybody. And if I was Oliver, I definitely wouldn't want her to endorse me, because I think that'll pull a lot of votes away from her. Have you heard that, Gerard?
You want to answer that question?
I haven't heard that.
I haven't heard that either.
Yeah, I haven't heard that. Well, Mr. Don, both you and the last caller, Mr. Cedric, made a very good point. And I think that point is for the people, listening audience, and the citizens to pay attention to the race. I mean, you talked about Baton Rouge, people in Baton Rouge wanting to come and take control of the city. Well, I think if you're looking at it from that perspective, and if you're paying attention to what's going on, you have to ask yourself this. Gerard and I, in the beginning of the conversation, talked about how much it costs to run a campaign. But you have one candidate who has, I think, $1 million at this point. $2 million. You have to ask yourself, okay, the other candidates are complaining about not being able to raise that amount of money. But I would start to ask questions. I would look at that long and hard. Could it be that individuals from the state are funding this campaign, or business people, or individuals who see that as an avenue, or this individual as an avenue to get into the city and take control?
That's a great point, because I think a lot of people are not looking at who is helping, fund some of the candidates. And I think if they dig deeper, they'll find that a lot of folks that may be helping her may not even be in the city. So that's definitely a positive that we need to look at. And hopefully, black people will decide that this race is so important that they'll do like they did when President Obama was running, that they all decide that they want to go out and vote and have their voices heard. Because I think that's the only way that this city is going to move forward and have the leadership that it needs. But thank you so much for taking my call, and y'all have a blessed afternoon.
You too, sir.
All right, Don. Thank you, buddy.
Okay, buddy. All right, man.
I just don't know.
Tell me about it.
And I'm gonna make some folks that know politics. You probably gonna see my phone go ding 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 because I'm gonna say something.
Okay.
Politics is not about for those that are really involved in it, it's not about if I like you or not. It's about what you're going to do for me or mine later. It's about what I can get out of your being in charge. It's about me being able to say, I can pick up the phone and call you when I need something. It's about me being able to say, I might have some influence in your administration.
Mm-hmm.
It's about me saying, you owe me one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to keep that chip until the right time. What that chip is going to do, I'm going to cash it in at the appropriate time. Don't necessarily mean it's going to be tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It might be 3 years from now, but it might be before your fourth year because that's your lame duck unless you run it again.
Mm-hmm.
It's about what I'm going to get or what mine is going to get or what my business is going to get by being associated with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the mayor's best friend. I'm their best person. I'm going to provide these services, these goods, anything that the mayor needs, because I know that at some point in time, I'm going to need something.
Mm-hmm.
Is it that way? Because look, I'll put it to you this way. Being in charge of a large corporation, I more than likely can get anything that I want. I know because I used to be in charge of one.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what I want, whether it was legal or not legal, I more than likely could get anything that I want.
Right.
But after I go away from that corporation,
Mm-hmm.
them same people don't even call me no more.
That's right.
It ain't about liking you.
No.
It ain't about what I am as for, oh, you great. I'm great when I'm in the position.
Absolutely.
But after I'm out the position,
who are you?
What happened to
what's
all
your
the
name?
telephone calls you would get every day?
That's right. No true friends and no true enemies.
Hey, man, I'm just calling to check up on you. No, you're not.
No, you're not. Because you can't
You
do
can
nothing
give
for me
a
no more. That's
rat's
right.
ass about
That's right.
me. You don't care.
Right. But with that being said.
But some people that's in that position, though, Vap,
Yeah. Okay.
think it is about them. They do think it's about them because they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They're immature in that sense of these people really don't care about you.
Mm-hmm.
They care about what you do, what decisions you can make, the influence that you have.
I see what you're saying.
And what I can get from you. That's it.
Yeah. You're a tool until I don't
You're
need you no more.
a tool, boy. I'm
Yeah.
walking around looking like a screwdriver. That ain't cute neither. That ain't cute. But some of those folks that are in the positions don't understand that yet. Maturity ain't kicked in.
It will. It always does.
But when it does kick in, it's usually too late.
But to the listening audience, right? You making a great point as it relates to putting people in office that's going to benefit you.
Right.
Now, I don't know about the next person, but I'm tired of always having to wait till the next election. Somebody gets in who's not your guy or girl, and they treat you like
now think about
second class, and then you got to wait till this is horrible, but I just got to wait it out.
But think about
tired of waiting.
Now, how do I make myself that person? That the mayor, sheriff, council person, whoever is going to pay attention to. How do I make myself that person? You got to have a lot of money? You don't. All I got to do, let me say I'm Cedric Roy. Let's say I'm Cedric Roy.
Okay.
Because Cedric called here and say, here's some lessons you need to learn, and it's in spewing wisdom. But if I'm Cedric,
yes,
I'm also thinking ahead and saying, I need to find me 5-10 people that I can call part of my coalition. Start up a coalition. Start up a Bold Soul. All those different political organizations.
Right.
Because the majority of them that I'm just calling, no disrespect to them, have had their time.
Yes.
Their time has come and may have gone a little bit.
Right.
But now I got a group of young folks that have put together another coalition.
Yes.
With the president, Cedric Roy. And let's say Cedric go get 10 people. And then those 10 people go get 10 people. And then those 10 people go get 10 people.
That's literally how it works.
Now we have a coalition of folks that to be a part of the coalition, you got to pay $20. Now I got several $100s sitting in my bank account under the name of the coalition,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to do endorsements.
Mm-hmm.
And not only are we going to do endorsements, we're going to put out our own ticket.
Put our money where our mouth is.
I put my money where my mouth is.
Mm-hmm.
Who don't want that endorsement when you ain't getting endorsements?
Yes. See,
I've been endorsed by this person.
I see you got your syringe. You got your syringe back, man.
Bruh,
It ain't broke.
bruh, I was with the Voltrons.
you was an honorary Power Ranger.
Who? But I made. Stop laughing, bro.
Picturing you in the Power Rangers.
You ain't funny no more, bro.
Voltron activate.
I'm zapping him. But think about that.
Like,
what did we do?
Not the Teletubby suit, the Voltron.
I got a mosquito. But
go ahead.
But think about this. What did we do? We just made a segment of our community very important.
We've empowered them.
To those politicians.
That's right.
Because they know that, number one, what our root cause is. To join us, you got to be able to say, you're going to show up for our meetings.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to believe and vote on the things that we want to vote about. You're going to be able to say, I'm going to check your voting record. I know, what need am I going to need you if you don't have a voting record?
That's right.
But yet, I'm looking around and saying, we just made ourselves important because we're politically active. You don't have to be the person.
That's right.
That says, oh, let's hold a meeting. You don't have to be that person. Just be a member.
I think some people feel or believe when they watch the local media and the like, they believe that you got to have X amount of dollars. You got to be this celebrity-like person or someone of influence in order to get things done. But you have just put the formula out there. That's how it works.
Go back to the old days of doing politics. Now I'm gonna use something. I'm not expecting you to say this, okay? So don't. You know when I tell you that, it's getting ready to get really politically, okay? All right, here goes. Last political race.
Okay.
Cantrell.
Mm-hmm.
Charbonnet.
Yes.
Charbonnet had more money than Cantrell did.
According to the media, she was the front runner.
She had $1 million plus than Cantrell did.
Mm-hmm.
Cantrell was smart, though, with her on the ground, walking, boots on the ground, knocking on doors, and had street teams. Some of Charbonnet's positioning, and this is what I saw being from the media, I thought was wrong. Here's why. I never forget the first commercial that I really saw that made me go, what the hell? Was when Charbonnet was standing on that stage making her pitch to the people of New Orleans while she was standing above them, way above them, and those people were standing on the ground looking up at her. They were sitting down in chairs. It gave the position statement of, I'm better than you, and I'm talking down to the people.
You probably the only one to recognize that, but subliminally,
was plenty of media folks that said the same thing.
Okay.
I got that from 3 political activists.
Okay.
And they were like, why is she up on the stage like that? Now, was that the premise of the whole commercial? It was not. She was actually trying to tell the folks, this is what we're going to do for the city.
Right.
But it was the positioning, you way up here and the other folks way down here.
The imagery was wrong.
Right. The imaging was wrong. Secondly, where was the boots on the ground when folks were trying to meet with you? Your team was telling you to stay away from different things. Cantrell was showing up at all of them. Even some of the television, you remember the television debate that was held at Tulane? Who was there? Troy was running. Troy Henry was running. Cantrell was running. Let me see. Bagnaris was running. Yeah. All of them were behind the podiums answering the questions while they were filming this to go on television. Guess who didn't show? Charbonnet. but they still put out a podium that with her name on it.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah,
that was a bad move for her because they put the podium with your name on it, and then said in that same piece that she was invited to be there, but evidently didn't feel it was important for her to talk to the people of New Orleans. They set it up.
Right.
You can't let people set you up like
that.
So
if I'm following you, right? Front runner.
A
lot of money in the coffers.
More money than anybody else.
Gave certain speeches and the imagery was off.
Yep.
And then dropped the ball by not showing up for one debate. So at the end of the day, the money didn't matter.
Didn't matter. The boots on the ground is what matters.
Got it.
Oliver Thomas got boots on the ground. I'm going to tell you about him in a minute. Everybody hold tight.
Missed a show? Want to hear that guest everyone's talking about? WBOK is now streaming on all your favorite podcast apps. Just search WBOK Media, hit download, share with a friend, and don't forget to rate your favorite shows 5 stars. Because when our voices are heard, our impact grows.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana companies through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about what the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation does, please visit www.jazzandheritage.org.
Hi, this is Arnie Filko. Let's elevate every Tuesday through Thursday from 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. as we discuss the community, the country, and the world, from politics to current events to sports. We look forward to your input and continuing the quality programming on your community station, WBOK. Join Carrie and I every Tuesday through Thursday, 6 to 7 o'clock p.m. on Elevated Conversations, the Arnie and Carrie Show. See you soon.
Hey, New Orleans, look for important changes to your natural gas service. This summer, Delta Utilities takes over for Entergy Gas with a Louisiana-born, Louisiana-based approach to safe, clean, reliable natural gas. No interruptions or rate changes due to the transition, just dependable service and modernized technology to keep you running smoothly. Get to know us at deltautilities.com and stay tuned for more later this summer. Delta Utilities, focused on natural gas, committed to New Orleans.
New Schools for New Orleans wants to wish all of our city's educators, students, and families an awesome school year. Remember, you have what it takes to achieve all your goals each and every day. Be sure to tune in for Talk That, NOLA Education, every Monday at 12:30 p.m. on 12:30 a.m.
If someone asks, let them know you listen to WBOK.
Here we go.
The reality check on WBOK 12:30 a.m.
All right, folks, welcome back. Today is Thursday. That means in the building. Jeffrey Babby is here.
That's right. The second half of Jeff and Gerard's campaign sign service.
You started printing already?
Yeah. Get a free T-shirt.
Free T-shirt with a sign.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I made a statement before we went to break, and that was, if we ever thought about campaigns and boots on the ground, one thing that I do know is that our brother Oliver Thomas is boots on the ground. He gonna show up. He gonna show up to everything.
That's right.
This weekend was no different. I know we went to at least 3 or 4 different back to school things at churches.
School giveaways.
School giveaways. Oliver showed up every single time. I went to with the sheriff to Oliver's have dinner with Oliver over at Morrow's. One of the best gatherings that I've seen so far. And it wasn't just a gathering, so let me rephrase that. I'm talking about political understanding. Folks were there to hear and gain knowledge. And as a matter of fact, the person that was the moderator for the event was Gary
Chambers
from Baton Rouge.
Yes.
So Gary Chambers was there, and he was questioning Oliver in front of everybody.
Good.
So the food was good. The conversation was good. The people that were politically inclined were there.
Yes.
And they wanted to hear, what you going to do about housing? What you going to do about, it wasn't one of those, It wasn't one of those conversations that you hear, what about crime? What are we going to do about it? It was about strategic initiatives that we have not done in the city. Not that we have done,
yes,
but what we have not done in the city, which I thought was interesting because it ended up being a conversation in reverse. It wasn't about what we have done and how do you continue it on.
Gotcha.
It was about what we haven't done and how do you start it.
Okay.
Which I thought was one of the best. And I hope he understands, too, that I picked up on that because I'm going to be one of those folks to judge the political conversations. I don't want to hear the same old, oh, my God, we had 200 and some murders. How are you going to reduce that?
That's right.
No, I want to hear how you reduce the shootings.
Yeah.
Have you noticed nobody talks about the shootings?
No.
Think about something. You're a police officer,
but I know.
Ex-police officer.
Yeah, the shootings way outnumber all the murders.
The shootings were 300-400, but the murders down to 2. So our shootings double the murders. What they don't understand, and you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Let's say somebody survives that shooting. Well, I survived that shooting, but if I die the next year or the next year after that, I go down on homicide.
That's correct.
I'm on the homicide list. I am not, somebody died of natural causes, da-da-da. I died in reference to being shot.
Yes.
Might have been 2 years ago, but whatever year I died, I'm on that homicide list.
You said, I listened to the show yesterday, and you made a very good point. You talked about the various campaign platforms and how crime isn't on. People aren't talking about it.
It's not the topic of conversation
which
here.
For years it always was.
From Cantrell's administration, Mitch Landrieu's administration. Let me see who was before Mitch Landrieu.
Ray,
Mark, all of it. That was the top issue.
Yes.
Of each one of those administrations, but not now.
Not now, and rightfully so, because
It's
crime
gone down.
was, But as a former professional law enforcement officer,
that's you.
I want people to need to understand that our crime fighters need to come up with sound strategic plans to fight crime. That needs to happen. But crime it has its trends. It has its ebbs and flows. When Mark Morial was in office and Richard Pennington came in, the city was, murder capital of the world.
Right.
He came in, they had some plans they put together, but it was already on the down slope. So he took credit for that.
Was it?
It was.
Well, yeah, now we had 450 murders.
I came on in 97. In 1994, 5, 6, it was out of control. Right. It was out of control, yeah.
Right.
But,
But the man said, I'm going to cut it in half. It might have been on the down slope. But I'll never forget Richard Pennington because we were off of Gravia Street. The radio station, Q93 and Wild D, were then off of Gravia Street in the old church, not old church, old school building, right there on Gravia Street. And I was in my office, and the secretary who was up front paged me, and she said, you may want to come to the office, or to the front. And I was like, what you want? I'm doing something. She's like, no. You need to come to the front. I was like, why? She said, somebody's here to see you, and you need to come to the front. She couldn't say it because they were standing right there in the front.
Yeah.
So I came to the front, and I looked out. I was like, uh-oh, that's Richard Pennington and Mark Morial. So both of them were standing in the lobbyway.
Okay.
And I was like, y'all here to see me? I'm trying to figure out, what did I do? They was like, we need to talk to you. Yeah. So they came back in the back office and said, listen, we got to do something about this crime. And I know these kids listen to these radio stations. Can you help us?
Which was great what y'all did.
Yeah. So that's when we developed Teen Summit. And
Teen Summit was great. Right. And my comments aren't to take anything away from Richard Pennington. He came, Mark did his job, brought him in.
About a trend.
Yeah, but you take the people out, crime has its ebbs and flows. If you and I are beefing in a particular area and I shoot you first, that's a murder, but we not beefing no more until your loved one come after me, retaliation.
Right, they come in.
Right, and that's not to take away from any of the strategic plans that need to be put in place. But crime is not one of the issues people talk about now because I said this the last time and I'm gonna say it again.
All right, here it comes.
Some people have a way of creating problems are creating issues. Let me say this. They manufacture issues.
What are you talking about?
Well, we'll get to that. Some people manufacture issues to have you look at it. This is a problem. This one's a problem.
Right.
This what they did was a problem. And if you elect me, I'm going to fix this problem. That really isn't a problem. Or it's probably a problem because I'm making it a problem.
Right.
But once you elect me, I'll solve my man-made problem. Right? You can't ignore it. You can't get okey-doke. A lot of this happens right now. There are commercials from various people talking about some of the some of the various things that they were against, but then when it happened, they're taking credit for it.
So let me throw something else into that mix of that bag of issues you just threw across your shoulder.
Gumbo style there.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand some of the commercials that I'm seeing now. Where I'm seeing several folks, or I can say one in particular, that's standing up on television and telling everybody, when I'm mayor, this is what I'm going to do, da-da-da-da. But you've been in the chair of a very important person in the legislative branch. You've been a very important person in the city council branch. And now you want to be the mayor. You want a promotion to mayor to the executive branch.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, you've been a part of the problem for the past 8 years.
It sounds like a bad relationship. You dating somebody, they keep telling you,
But
keep
does that
lying
make
to
sense?
you.
You keep telling me.
Telling me you're gonna change and you're gonna fix it.
And yeah, it's just like alcoholic. I'm all right. I'm gonna be better. Y'all give me another chance.
Yeah.
Y'all give me another chance. But yet I know that you're gonna go turn. And I know using alcoholic is a terrible way to start this conversation off in the first place, isn't it?
Why? Well,
oh no, let me stop.
Sound like somebody's a member of the I'ma Club. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that.
But to tell me that you want that promotion.
Yeah. That's a good point, Gerard.
You've been a part of the
ladies
problem
and gentlemen,
for the
that
last
is
8 years.
a great problem, longer than 8 years.
Yeah.
It's a great problem. When people show you who they are, you got to believe them,
You
man.
gotta believe it. You got to.
Unless you're a glutton for punishment. New Orleanians, are we gluttons for punishment?
Yes.
Some say yes.
Oh no. Everybody needs to say yes.
Oh yeah. Well,
we have been gluttons for punishment for years.
I don't want to. Not me. Not anymore. I'd rather live one day as a lion, roaring, beating my chest, standing my ground, than to be herded in like a sheep. Oh, what?
Musafa.
Mufasa.
You ain't even Mufasa. You Musafa.
Musafa. Oh wow, the young cub.
I need you to stop holding up the baby right now. So, well, we all gluttons for punishment, but this city is a glutton for punishment because we forgive.
It stops today, Gerard. It stops with this cycle.
Come on,
this
man,
cycle is stopped. People are going to show up. They're going to surprise us.
You need a hug.
Not today. Not today. But I think people are going to show up. People are they're watching the magician, and they could see the wires. They could see the tricks, and they're not falling for it. Come on, don't let me down, New Orleans. Y'all see it.
Give me the bobblehead. You just made part of the.
We got to believe it. Look, if it's
you believe that?
Yeah, I believe it. It all starts with us.
How many people you think gonna get out and vote?
Ladies and gentlemen, if I can get out and vote, listen.
I ain't saying if you can.
How many people I think gonna show?
How many people you think gonna get out and vote?
Give
me a percentage.
I'm telling you right now.
Give me a percentage, bro.
On a scale of 100, 100. I'm making that prediction. I'm manifesting it. You know, I'm big into that. So
go to break, bro. Just go to break.
Oh, yeah.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go, an Equity Media Station.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. New York City's acting health commissioner, Dr. Michelle Morse, who is black, says the Legionnaire's outbreak in Manhattan may grow before it gets better.
We are at a phase where we do expect there may still be people who are exposed.
There are 67 confirmed cases and 3 deaths, mostly linked to 11 cooling towers in central Harlem. Despite 2 mental health holds in 2022 and 2024, New York City shooter Shane Tamura, who was black, was able to legally buy a gun in Nevada. He killed 4 people on July 28th before taking his own life. Officials say he bought the AR-15 style rifle from his casino supervisor and had a concealed carry permit. And artist Busta Rhymes is denying assault claims from his former assistant who filed a lawsuit accusing him of assault and labor violations. Rhymes says the ex-assistant is trying to damage his reputation after being fired and plans to countersue. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back.
You know about that, right?
Yep.
Yikes.
You got to bring that up. You got to bring that up.
Wow.
Because guess who got the biggest? Oh, I'm sorry. We back, folks.
We are back.
Gerard Stevens with you. Jeffrey Vappy with you. And guess who got the biggest amount of independents? What city?
New Orleans.
28,000. And growing.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's what we're talking about. Your state of Louisiana, where the greatest book ever written is going to come out. It's called The Big City in a Small State. Your state has passed a law that you can run as an independent and you can register as an independent to vote. So if you're out here as an independent, you need to change your political identification, because that's one way to suppress the vote, and you can't take that lightly. That's serious. That is serious.
That's another way of suppression.
That's another way to suppress the vote.
And it's working.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's easy. Just go online. Go online.
But there are a lot of folks that do not
address
wanna
change. They'll let you do it.
They do not want to be identified as a Republican and don't want to be identified as a Democrat. So they've chosen to be identified as a independent.
I get that. But understand what's at stake. They have put up a barrier. A barrier has been put up to suppress the votes of anybody who says that. I don't want to be a part of I don't want to be a Democrat or a Republican. If you're an independent, you're not going to be allowed to participate. And this is facts. And it's just a stroke of a key. Just go online, change of address form.
You see my face?
I do.
Like
I do.
The average person that's an independent that's saying that I can't vote unless I'd be a Democrat or a Republican, they don't care.
Ladies and gentlemen, look, I just proposed to Gerard that we throw a voting party where everybody who goes and votes, if you get your I voted sticker, you bring it to a venue of Gerard and I's choosing, and you come hang out with us, and then we can sit and fellowship and talk about how we have successfully voted and changed the trajectory of the city politically with the power of our vote. I was shot down, ladies and gentlemen.
Somebody online
I was shot down.
Somebody online said I need some of what Mr. Vappy is smoking.
I can get it to you.
Can I have some?
You got it. You got it.
Right. No, bro, you got to come back to work. Do you realize?
It's a choice. You can choose to be a prisoner. You can choose to be a prisoner to what we've always done, or you can be a positive person. You can stand up. And like I was saying earlier, if I can get up and walk out, if I can get up and go outside and walk with everything I'm facing, there's no excuse for anybody else. Think about now. I'm a channel OT now. Think about Frederick Douglass and Frederick Douglass and the Carver. Let me tell you something. Carver is an amazing guy, man. This guy, what he endured, what he contributed to society after dealing with what he dealt with, there's no excuse for anybody. Go online, register as a Democrat, and vote. Don't allow yourself to be locked out of the process. It's crazy. This is crazy, man. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? We have the mayor's race. We have the mayor's race. We have the council's race.
I dozed off.
The sheriff's race. Everybody talks about JP, but there's an individual running against JP. If you don't like JP, you got the power to change that.
You got two people running against JP.
Yeah, you got
Gregory Manning,
Mr. Cutno,
and Gregory Manning.
And Mr. Gregory Manning.
Yep.
And you got to check it out. Don't just focus on.
I had a conversation with Gregory
one
Manning
individual
over the over last weekend.
Let's talk
great
about
conversation. Gregory Manning's a good man. That's number one. Pastor Gregory Manning. Let me give him his just due.
Yeah.
And then I had the opportunity to go in with the sheriff when they have these groups, different groups, political groups, and one of the political groups was IDEA.
Yeah.
And they were right off abroad. We went over there for that, and all the different political candidates were coming over to be interviewed by the group and their political group. They're going to do endorsements. They asked some great questions. And then what I could tell was that they were interested in what was going on, because I sat in on the sheriff's interview, and I could tell that, they, along with everybody else, I wish I could tell the stuff that we know about the sheriff's race. I have made a sworn statement that I can't.
You can't.
I can't.
Yeah.
Do I know more than what I'm telling on the radio or what I said? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I would never do Susan Hudson like that.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will take a look at.
Wait a minute, hold on. I make a deal with you.
Let's do it.
You tell me everything that you know about what you're going to do.
Well, I'm just saying that I know you can't speak on it.
Because I want to be able to come back and go, what?
Yeah, but I'll look at the races and come back and give my opinion about it.
So let me clarify something. As much as I am in just, I need to be serious on this.
Okay.
But whatever you're going through politically, I need everybody to know. You and I do not have those conversations.
That's right.
And I would never put you in. Yes, I would. But I would never put you in. I never put you in that position because.
That's right.
I want everybody to know that I think you could do, but I don't want everybody to think that I know everything.
Well, of course. I mean,
because I don't.
All true with Gerod saying he's not asked me one question.
Nah, because that's not my business.
No,
that's number one. Number two, I do think that you will prevail.
Thank you, man.
So whatever it is, I do think that you'll come out because I've sat down and had just daily conversations with you about the bull crap that's going on in this city. That's
right. That's right. Yeah, it's all craziness, man. Let me tell you what gets me through this, man. I sit home, I cut on the radio, and I listen to and
you got now
that song helps me out.
Hold on. we got some salsa.
That's called levity, ladies and gentlemen. But no, I appreciate that, man. Look, what I'm going through is
that's enough.
It's making me better. It's making me stronger.
Okay, that's enough, though.
That's good.
I had to cut you off.
Why?
Just to cut you off. Everybody and their mama monitor us.
That's right. That's good.
I don't want us
take them to the edge.
But I want everybody to think that we're afraid to have conversation about what we see.
I'm not afraid.
What's going on
which
in
is
the
why
city.
I appreciate you. Yeah.
And what's going on in the city today, it'll probably change for tomorrow. I do think that people have different philosophies about politics.
Yes.
I would say there's their side, our side, and then there's the truth in the middle.
Yes.
Usually their side and what they're thinking is just like a weather forecast.
Yeah.
50% of it is wrong.
Yeah.
And then if I know that you respect what I say politically, I'm more than likely going to be intercepted by somebody that wants you to believe what they want to put out there. So they're going to be contacted by those folks.
Yes.
To say different things, and they'll try to take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I think that to me that's just low down.
Yeah.
You can't be somebody respected as a political analyst that people respect, and you give wrong information.
Yeah.
Because somebody politically has enticed you to say so. And that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think that we're in a position right now as a city to be making up crap, because you're going to have their side, your side, and then that other side is in Baton Rouge. They are waiting to pounce
absolutely
on anything that's going to be controversy for the city.
Absolutely.
And take it over.
That's
so
right.
It's coming. So let's figure this part out, because this is what I want to ask you.
Okay.
And I'm giving for example. Let's say that some of these seats for the legislature are now open, because we know that Dr. Bowie's seat is going to be open.
Yes.
Because he's now the new chancellor for SUNO.
State legislature. You're talking about
he's
state
senator.
seats.
Yeah, he's a senator.
Okay.
All right. We know that if by chance, not saying that he is, I don't want nobody get no wrong ideas.
Right.
That let's say that Royce is seats open.
Yes.
Then do we start having these conversations now?
Yes.
About who would be the perfect person
yes.
to fill those seats? Even Matthew, who's running for state legislature, and Delisha, who's running for state legislature.
Jason Hughes.
Jason Hughes as well. So we got 3 legislators who are going to, if they win in their position for city council,
yes,
that they will have to leave their seat in Baton Rouge. Who are those seats going to be replaced by?
Yes.
And have we had those conversations? Do
yes.
we need to?
We need to have them.
I think that folks need to call in and think about that.
Yeah.
504-582-9422. If our legislatures, because we got at least 5
yes.
that are running for local seats.
Answer to that question, Gerard, is yes. We need to be having those conversations now, because with all the talk about state takeover, we need representation. We need warriors in the state standing up for us.
Yep. Now, one of the people I think she's going to get me, because I told her I was going to say this. She said, you better not. And I said, okay. With my fingers crossed. I have my fingers crossed. Who is excellent in making business decisions and really in trying to entice people to come to New Orleans East, trying to make sure that, her section of town is represented in the state legislature. It's Stephanie Chambers from PJ's in the East. Great businesswoman.
Yeah.
Great mind as far as being smart and being able to put things together. I think that she should be one of those folks that's thinking about the legislature or
that's
the
interesting.
Senate, or the Senate.
That's interesting, but I totally agree with you. She's a very professional individual. I've frequented her business before, and yeah, very professional.
I'm trying to think who else. Who else would you say
that could run for state office?
Because I need a fighter.
What about? Oh, well, I'll save this. I'll save that comment for later.
Don't save it.
Yeah, I'll save that.
Bring it up.
And it's not what you think either. Or who you think I should say.
Who?
But
that sound like Hootie the Owl.
So this is great. This is great because this is exactly the type of conversations that people should be having. Because because
we already know who the players are that's going to be running for in the next 64 days.
Yes.
But who are those players that will be running? Because they're more likely going to have a special session.
Yes.
For that election.
If individuals from the state legislature win offices locally, those seats they'll have to have a special session for those seats. And I'm of the opinion that a lot of people who are running now for various local seats could very well be good on the state level.
So if they don't win, we're not going to call no names.
We're not going to call no names, but if you take a look at the landscape, if you look at certain individuals, not ones who's been there already, but if you look at certain individuals, I think they would be good candidates, good viable candidates for those seats.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure there's others. That doesn't mean that there's anybody else. It's just I'm at a loss right now. But just looking at the obvious, you got people who are willing to put themselves out there to run for the local races. If the state seats come available, take a look.
Would you run for state?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd run for state. Yeah.
I'm not being facetious.
I'm
serious
too. Yeah. I'd don one of those Power Ranger suits and become part of the.
Now I get a lot of folks. You the pink Power Ranger.
Oh,
brother.
no.
You know, I get a lot of folks that say, "Hey, man." As a matter of fact, somebody said that the other day. You should run.
Yeah, you
for
get that all the time. Yeah.
I would consider running for a state office, just to get the landscape, of what it is that needs to happen to be able to bring home, some of the money, some of the resources, get some of that TIF money, so that we could say, let's go into these different areas, and bring in that money to get development, and I would consider that.
Yeah,
but I don't know if I would consider
locally.
Yeah. Locally, it's toxic to me.
Right now, it is. But we need fighters on all levels, and you make a very good point. People have to understand that when a person puts themselves up to run for these offices, they're not making any money. They're not going to get rich.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know somebody who's rich?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right. Tell me something.
But I do think that we have to sit back and start thinking, after these folks run, somebody's going to be the winner, and somebody's going to probably not win or be the loser, whichever one you prefer. But do we throw that person away if they don't win one of the local seats?
Very good question. And I say no.
Especially when you're having a hard time deciding who that person, because, more than likely somebody got at least two people in a race that they want to see win.
Yeah.
But would that be somebody say, hey, look, you should be the person that's going to be on the state level too, because we need those state folks.
We need it.
And then I think too, let me throw this in here. This is going to be, this is going to be a big one. How then, before we say here's this person that needs to run, how then do we make the state Black Caucus stronger? You understand what I'm saying? How do I make the Black Caucus in this state a force to reckon with? Because I think our Black Caucus is just there. People just holding seats.
It'd be good to call somebody and let them talk about that, because
I did.
You did?
I've already had them on. I don't have them again.
Yeah, okay. Have you gone up and
yeah, I've been there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's an interesting process.
Yeah, sat up in the upper balcony.
Yeah.
I sat up in the upper balcony and let them treat us wrong.
Yeah.
But the ushers up there, they stupid.
It's kind of like you're watching.
You're watching a Ku Klux Klan movie.
I was gonna, but I was gonna say it's like watching an old Western where they're surrounding
all the cattle.
All the Indians are right there in their little tribe, and here come the cavalry surrounding them. It's a fight, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're trying to describe. They're up there on their own, trying to do what's best.
So some of the strongest, and this is what I learned while there. I wasn't just watching just to say, oh, that's how it's done. Let's get out. Let's go. That's just some BS. I was learning with the folks that don't look like me, how they become successful. Because they're not no smarter than me. They're not. How are they successful? How are the Christian groups that show up? How are they smarter to get what they want? How is that Christian pastor that was big about the getting rid of all the abortion stuff in the state? How were they smarter? How did they get? They would go in there with their little yellow T-shirts on, and on their T-shirts are, "We are watching you."
Okay.
To let them know that they're watching them every vote. They had a person that was sitting there with a pen and a paper.
Yeah.
Who voted for something, who voted not against it or against it. And they were keeping track of it, saying, okay, this is the person that we need to come after. This is the person that we're going to say is our friend. This is the person we need to come after, da-da-da. And during that time, most of those churches at that time, they weren't just 501c3s. They were 501 C3-4 or whatever that was, meaning that they had some political ties too.
Mm-hmm.
So they would get with the PACs and be Christians, just like them running those TV. You ever seen those TV ads where they're now promoting Jesus?
Yeah.
And it's just all the trifling stuff we go through, and then at the bottom of it says he didn't understand them either, or he understands you too, or whatever it says.
The religious pact.
Now they're running Jesus commercials, which ain't nothing wrong with that. I like them, but it's the fact that you have these groups that are doing that. You even got PACs that are going against abortions and all this other stuff. They religious groups.
Well, some of these state legislatures come from small parishes where everybody kind of knows everybody, so they can get things done. They can get things done a little better because they have that type of relationship. When we come back, I'm gonna say something that might upset people, but you know why they call it You know why they call New Orleans the Big Easy? Couldn't get that out. You know why they call it the Big Easy?
If you couldn't get it out, I'm scared to answer. You want to answer that when we come back?
We can answer when we come back. Yeah.
All right, more coming up, y'all. Here, but I'm tight.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by Lowe's.com. With AI booming and platforms like TikTok and YouTube, the barrier to entry for creatives looking to share their content has never been lower. Ty Randolph is a longtime media executive. She worked for Kevin Hart's Heartbeat Media Company and serves as interim consulting CEO at Rock the Bells. She talked to Bloomberg about how today's tech is impacting the creator landscape.
You have this real rise that's happening with creator empowerment, and now there's this big accessibility, right? There's more personalization and control, and that is big for studios and for even distributors. But then you have this, real battle from an IP and ownership perspective that's akin to a Napster-like moment in the music industry.
While creators have more cheap but highly capable tools than ever before, Randall says we're still learning how it'll impact the creator economy, and especially creators of color. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Lowe's knows when you're looking for reliability, the right brand makes all the difference. And now, Lowe's is the exclusive home improvement retailer for the Whirlpool water treatment line, including their Wi-Fi softener, under-sink filtration system, and more. With Whirlpool's proven performance and our everyday low prices, better tasting, better quality water is within reach. Shop pro-trusted brands like Whirlpool and more, in-store or online. Lowe's, we help, you save.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
On Auto Trends with JeffCars.com, here's a snippet of some of what we cover. GPS pioneer Gladys West.
We worked long hours computing trajectory orbits and satellite orbits, trying to get the data and everything correct enough.
Auto analyst Mark Bland.
14 new vehicle deals that happen in this country out of every 100 that women don't have a fingerprint on.
To tune in, check out Auto Trends with JeffCars.com. Saturdays at 4 p.m. on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
Tired of the impersonal one-size-fit-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
Are you passionate about community safety and police accountability? Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor, we're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Get the facts and stay informed. We're breaking down complex issues, highlighting community voices, and holding people behind the badge accountable. Join us for an informative hour every Friday at noon on WBOK. Your city, your police, your show. The Monitor's Mic.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM.
Here we go.
The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Oh, boy, that's a long story. I got to tell you about that story. Jeffrey Vappy in the building, y'all. The number is 504-582-9422. That's 504-582-9422 to get down with us. All right, so now go ahead on and tell me what your...
The Big Easy.
Yeah, why you call it the Big Easy?
The Big Easy because... They call it the Big Easy because it's easy for people to pull things over on us, to get over on us. Ooh, why you said that? It's easy. It's just easy. That's how people like to come, and people will tell you don't do something and then turn right around and do that very thing because they know that people just aren't interested and they could just get away with stuff.
So you think you think that people just want to come here because they know they can get over on us?
Yes. Some, not everybody. Some, of course. It's easy, man. It's easy. If you don't, you said it. People don't vote. They don't want to vote. Every positive thing I said, you came back with something negative.
I'm just playing devil's advocate, brother.
It's just easy.
I thought it was because this was the place where I could just let my hair down and do a whole bunch of the things that I know I can't do anywhere else.
Anywhere else?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Politics is no different for some. For some. For some. And why do I say that? You need to, this is why it's important. Let me share a story with you.
Uh-oh. Is this part of the book? This part of the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you. So, I remember me and a young officer, we was working, it was Mardi Gras. Okay. Mardi Gras. And I was at a well-known hotel downtown. I won't say the name, but it was a good hotel because this has nothing to do with the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
But this is an example of some of the things that I would experience in my career as a professional law enforcement officer during the various events in the city that brought people from out of town. I was going into the hotel, myself and this other officer were going to use the hotel's facilities, get in the elevator, going to the second floor. This group of out-of-towners came in, got into the elevator.
The other people.
Other people, out-of-towners. And they having a great time. Oh, this city, we love this city, man. This is great. One guy says, hey, man. He's not talking to me. He's talking to this other guy. No. It'd be a different story. But he was talking to his friend, and he said, hey, man, you got your MasterCard? And we like, what? In your brain, if you're a positive person, you don't want to hear what you thought you heard, right?
No, not a
Hey, man, you got your MasterCard?
You ain't must have been in the head.
His friends say, what? Which prompted him to say it again. You got your MasterCard. You in New Orleans. You can't leave home without.
Oh.
Now, that's a mild story. I thought that's something I could share. It's mild, but it's an example of the many other atrocious things I've heard when people come to the Big Easy. Just let their hair down, as you say.
So let me give you.
We all over the place.
I'm gonna give you my story. This is when I was in college.
Okay.
I don't have nothing to do with New Orleans. But I'm going to give you a lesson in what you just said.
Okay.
And here's the lesson that goes along with it. When I was in school, I used to work at a grocery store. I used to work at Piggly Wiggly. I was a bag boy. I would clean up, and the day after I got out of school, I would go over to the Piggly Wiggly. I had my little uniform on and go in and do whatever they needed me to do. I'd bag your groceries, take them out to the car, put them in, and did all the other stuff with it. And then when I got off that day, I was tired, and I went to the convenience store because the convenience store would fix food, and I wanted a sandwich. So they fixed my sandwich, da-da-da. And I was going up to the counter, and the lady behind the counter had her little boy up there. And the little boy said, look, mama. Wonk, wonk, wonk. The N-word.
Oh, my goodness.
She smacked the crap out that boy, and he was hollering and screaming after she beat him.
Mm.
I was like, don't hit him. She said, what? I'm so sorry. I said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Don't even worry about that.
Yeah.
She said, it didn't bother you? I said, yeah, it did. But I said, don't hit him.
Mm-hmm.
I said, because all he's doing is repeat what he heard you and you and his father say.
100%.
That was learned behavior.
Absolutely.
Did she have a look on her face?
Oh, of course she did. And she didn't like it.
Right.
But I was like, he ain't doing nothing but repeating.
Wow.
He couldn't have been no more than 4 or 5 years old. I mean, he was small. I mean, I might be a couple of years off. But
what was the year? What year if you had to think of the year that it happened? What year was that?
That was 85, 86. I was still in college.
Okay.
But I'm thinking to myself as I heard that, I was like, what you hitting him for?
Yeah.
This is learned behavior from him.
Yeah.
He's just picking up on what he heard you and his dad said.
That's right.
And she was mad that I said that, but I was like, have a good day. It didn't bother me.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it bothered me, but it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
And I'm using that for what you just told me.
Okay.
Well, did you have your MasterCard?
Yeah.
It shouldn't have bothered you.
It didn't.
And I'm glad it didn't. But what most of them are doing, like him, is saying stuff which is learned behavior.
Yeah.
They learn that stuff and they can't get past it.
No.
And they won't get past it.
Well, a lot of them, but he wasn't from here, this group, but they come here and they are told by their friends and other people that when you come here, it's great again.
Right.
Let me tell you another story why that didn't bother me.
It's going in the book.
Oh yeah, this one going in the book. This is a good one. Some people, our real New Orleanians, will know what I'm talking about. During Mardi Gras, there's a group called Drew Street, the Drew group of Drew or something like that. It's Drew, Dreaux, Drew. I used to live on Drew Street. I grew up.
Okay.
My parents' dad, one of the first houses my dad bought as a young officer himself. But I felt fortunate at the time because during Mardi Gras, the crew of Drew, they would drive down my street, Drew Street, right? Man, I had to be like 7 years old, ladies and gentlemen, 7, 6, young.
Mm.
And I could hear them cranking up. They're coming down the street. I'm like, oh, man, I'm going. This is great. I could just go outside onto my porch to the curb if I like and maybe catch a bead or two. Traditional Mardi Gras stuff, right? So, now, granted, this person who did it is probably long gone and dead and fertilizing some trees or something like that. But here I am, 6, 7 years old. They're coming down the street, so I elect to go stand on the curb. Young black guy, young black kid. They're all passing by, and, you do what young kids do. You're like, yeah, throw me something, right? And one particular guy was in a old Chevy van. Remember like a minivan with the door open, and he was in there just drinking and stuff. And I'll never forget this as long as I live, but I don't allow it to imprison me in any type of negative thoughts. Positive, right? Guy passes by and he says, hey, you want a bead? And I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I want a bead. Yeah, right here, He says, here, throw the bead at me. That was the first time ever in my young life I'd ever been talked to like that, right? So here I am standing there, and I'm just paralyzed, frozen. He throws the bead hits my chest and just falls to the ground. And I was looking at this guy, and it was an old guy. Mm-hmm. And he was looking at me like I just made his day, calling me that, this young kid. He just spewed all that negativity too, So I say all that to say we all have our plights. We all grow. It makes you better.
How old were you?
6 or 7. 6 or 7. And by right, you talk about trauma. Those type of things cause trauma, right? But we forced to live with it, deal with it.
See, me?
What you jumped on the back of the truck?
No, I would pick that bead up and bust that in the back of the head.
I totally understand, but I'm 6 or 7 years old being exposed to this. I'm in an area that's supposed to be my sanctuary, my safety. I'm in front of my house, and I was exposed to that. And I'm only bringing this story up, ladies and gentlemen, to share that we all go through stuff, and it's how you deal with it. Now, I'm not running around here with machetes, chopping people's heads off and trying to get revenge, but I am trying to do my part in the world like you are here at the radio station, my man back here. We're all doing our part, and we can't allow ourselves to be imprisoned by these negative experiences. We can't ignore them. We can't just brush them aside and act like it don't exist, because it does.
So here's the opposite.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is just me, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. But one of the things I learned about negative responses,
okay,
or negativity that happens to you, it empowers me. It empowers me to correct it.
Okay.
Even if I ain't correcting the person and they make a change, I want to make sure that that person knows that the same thing that you're doing to try to take me down, I'm going to do it to take the next person up. I'm going to let them know what happened. I'm going to let them know the negativity that happened. I'm going to let them know, and I'm going to speak about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the more you harbor that and the more you keep it in,
mm-hmm.
it'll bother you for years. You'll live with that
mm-hmm.
just to be able to say, I should have, could have, would have. I should have busted, just like I said, I should have busted him in the back of the head with them beads that he threw at me.
Mm-hmm.
I should have ran after that daggone truck and hit him back. I don't care if I am 5 or 6. He could have abducted me and put me in there, took me out. But
yeah,
I just think that we got to take negativity like that, those different things like that, and turn them into, this is how we handle that.
Yeah.
As a black young boy, that could have been paralyzing to you.
Yeah.
That with something that you had to live with for the remainder of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been something that you couldn't got over with because it happened and you didn't know what to do. You didn't know what to do because you just stood there.
I just stood there. He hit me in.
But that's almost like that could have been like a PTSD moment for you later on in life if something else like that happened.
I'm sure it's
or if it happened to your child.
Well, that's the biggest thing.
So
that experience, I dealt with it.
Yeah,
I rationalized it.
I'm the dude that like to come back and tell you about the story, and then I like to tell you about how I hurt that dude.
Yeah.
In the process,
and I'm sure we all feel that way.
And then a lot of people say, "Well, he petty anyway." Da da da. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't let nobody play with my children. I'm not gonna let nobody play with me. If you want some ass, you better bring some.
Yeah.
That's just me. But I'm not gonna sit there and let somebody take advantage of me.
That's right.
Because they feel that they are empowered with their cynicism.
Yes.
With all of that type of foul, I guess, issues of them being in charge of me.
Well, that brings us back to voting. You can't let people take advantage of us. We got to bring all that mature wisdom to the polls, man.
How you take that back to voting?
because it's important. I just want to show people we can come back around. We can come back around.
Take your beads to the poll and throw them at people and make them go in there and vote.
Take your beads to the voting booth.
That's how that happened.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're a black, I said the last time we was here, I talked about us living in these southern states, and these are realities for us. But you can't use it negatively. You have to use it positively. Mm-hmm. People think, well, as you know, my father and my late uncle, they were policemen in the city as well, right? But that didn't stop me from experiencing police, negativity by police. Negativity, police? What do you mean, Vat? Oh, I'm glad you asked, Gerard. I was 15 years old. Check this story out. You might like this one. 15 years old. I'm just starting to drive, and I'm driving down. It's got to be Navarre Street. Orleans turns into Navarre when it crosses City Park, I believe, right? Well, I'm by Delgado.
I know. Yeah, Delgado, Navarre. I like to go to Navarre Cafe over there.
There you go. But that's not Navarre. I'm coming down.
That's over there
between
by
Delgado,
WYES television.
Well, I'm between Delgado and City Park.
Okay.
And there's the 3 outlets on the neutral ground. 3 outlets right there. Now I'm newly driving. I'm 15 years old. I need to make a left turn. Now, unbeknownst to me at that time, I didn't know that once you pass that first intersection that's coming towards me, the next one is the same. There's 2 intersections that are the same. The last one will allow you to turn left.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. So I passed the first one. It was pointing in one direction. So I got to the next one. I'm like, this is my turn. So I turn on that street. Man, a light comes out of nowhere. Motorcycle cop pulls behind me. Lights pull me over. I pull over. Let me see your license. I give him my brand new, fresh license I got to drive. Right, bam, give it to him. Police cop looks at it, reads my name, sees it on there, and begins to talk to me like I stole something from him. Get your blank blank out of that car. I'm like, damn. Okay. Get out the car. Come to the back. Okay. Go to the back of the car. Give me your keys. Damn, I give him my keys. Where's this going, right? Give him the keys. He takes my keys, opens my trunk, throws my keys in the trunk of the car, slams it, and says, take your black blank, blank, blank from here, and I better not see you coming from this, go back to this car again. He jumps on his bike, starts it up, and rides off. Now, that was my first experience with a policeman other than my father. This guy is treating me like that. Now, when he stopped me, driver's license, please. Once he saw my name, I was a whole bunch of MFers and N's and everything else, and locked my keys in the trunk. And
how'd you get the keys out?
I had another key. My man raised no fool.
But did he? Did you ever get an idea of why?
I knew why.
Was that because you riding in that area?
It was obvious. It was in his speech why he was messing with me, why he treated me that way. Let me say that.
Because you were in that area.
I don't know. I can't say that. All I can speak to is the experience. And it seemed to, when he saw my name, it seemed to agitate him.
Oh, so
he got extremely upset. That's right.
Okay.
He took out whatever issues he had with them against me.
Okay.
You know, I wasn't worried about that. I was more concerned about how he was handling my pristine Ford Pinto that I had just bought for $800.
You had a Pinto, River?
I had a Pinto, a Ford Pinto Gear, straight six.
I had a white straight six Ford Pinto that I bought for $400.
Mine was burnt orange.
Mine was white.
Maybe he had like the burnt orange.
belonged to my uncle.
Yeah.
Belonged to his two sons before me.
Yeah.
And then belonged to me. And I took it with me all through college. That was the best car that I had. And it was in inline six manual.
Ooh, I
manual.
Yeah, I love that car.
And it was a manual. Mine was not automatic.
Mine was automatic.
Sometimes the starter didn't work.
Yeah.
I had to make sure it was on a hill.
My car was pristine. Man.
I would push it in neutral.
My car was pristine.
Get in that car when it started getting up. Jump in. Push the clutch.
There you go.
Put that puppy in first gear. Let up out the clutch. Start right up. That's how you know when you know how to work a car from that. And I tell everybody. And I told my daughter the same thing. I said, you know, if it was up to me, I would teach you how to drive a straight before you drive a manual.
That's right. And when you talk about driving, people need to drive down to the election, to the poll, to the voting.
Can you take the break early?
Drive your pristine Pinto to the voting office and vote, man.
You can take it a little early. Take it a little early.
Yeah?
Take it a little early. Go ahead, just take it a little early, because I know you got to play Norman too. And while I'm trying to get this out of his mouth.
We got to vote, man. We got to vote.
Just for right now. All right, Mr. Harold, hold on. We're going to take a break here. We'll take the break, and we'll come back. We'll have some more conversation in just a few minutes. Thursday afternoon, and don't forget, coming up at 6, today it's going to be Carrie and Arnie. More in just a minute, y'all. Everybody hold tight.
AURN News.
I'm Ebony McMorris. 60 years after the Voting Rights Act was signed into law, the very protections that marched us from Selma to the ballot box are hanging by a thread. Today marks that 60th anniversary, and under Trump's second administration, the Justice Department has pulled back on enforcement. Now courts are questioning whether everyday people, not just the government, can sue when their voting rights are violated. Let that sink in. So if this Supreme Court rules against a private right of action, communities of color may have no legal recourse, no way to challenge racial gerrymandering like we're seeing in Texas, voter suppression increasing, and unfair election maps. This shift is dangerous, especially when we've seen the Department of Justice dismantle its own civil rights unit and Republicans push federal ID laws targeting Black, Brown, Native, and immigrant voters. What do we have left if we can't even defend our own right to vote? For AURN News, I'm Ebony McMorris.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
You know, I find it difficult to understand how the Republican congressional majority can claim to be Christian. Several weeks ago, you'll remember they passed the president's so-called big, beautiful bill. The president signed it. They even had the gumption to have a big celebration with Trump at the White House. Now, here's the thing about that. How can so-called Christians celebrate a bill that takes from the poor and rewards the rich? There is nothing more unchristian than stealing from the poor to give to the rich. A Christian is obligated to feed the hungry. Instead, the so-called GOP Christians in Congress are cutting food stamps. They should be healing the sick, but instead they are cutting Medicaid. They should be standing up to the fat cat billionaire class, but instead the so-called Christians are lowering taxes for the billionaire class. These policies, ladies and gentlemen, have no basis in the teachings of Jesus or any religious teachings around the world that says when someone gets hungry or sick, you have the right to make more money off of them while lining the pockets of your wealthy donors. Not surprisingly, this heartless action has drawn the ire of the citizens who've attended town hall meetings held by some GOP congressional representatives. In an effort to avoid future embarrassment from such dissatisfied voters upset about their policies, Republican leaders have advised their members not to hold any further town hall meetings with constituents, an act of shameless cowardice. And yet, it remains to be seen whether the Republican base will punish these heartless jackasses by voting them out of office. The answer awaits us in the upcoming midterm elections in 2026. Lest we forget the so-called big, beautiful bill from the not-so-beautiful party. This is Norman Robinson, Off the Top.
Attention, WBOK listeners. Are you a fan of the station and want to show your support in style? Well, we've got some exciting news for you. Introducing the official WBOK merchandise, the perfect way to wear your love for the station. Whether you're a longtime listener or a new fan, we've got something for everyone. Head to WBOK1230.com now and grab your WBOK gear before it's gone. When you buy WBOK merch, you're not just getting quality items, you're supporting the station you love.
Welcome to Chemical of the Month by the community scientists at Rise St. James. This month we spotlight phthalates, chemicals added to plastics, especially PVC, to make them more flexible and durable. But there's more. Research shows phthalates may disrupt hormones, affect reproductive health, and contribute to environmental pollution impacting our communities. Join us as we explore how these additives shape our everyday lives and the world around us. For more details, visit risestjames.org. Empower your knowledge with Rise.
Don't wait. Call Brandon Moore today at 504-666-6163. He's the finance man at Matt Bowers Ford, 3724 Veterans Boulevard. No credit, bad credit, he'll get you rolling. That's Brandon Moore, 504-666-6163.
Come see me and we'll make it happen.
Ken Mass Studios and Lucky Johnson present The Praying Grandma, a stage play at the Cook Theater on Dillard University's campus, Friday, August 8th at 7 p.m. and Saturday, August 9th at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Host for the evening will be Dr. Monique Guillory, featuring Lucky Johnson and special guest Alicia Blue Eyes Renee. Come enjoy the family fun on Friday, August 8th at 7 p.m. and Saturday, August 9th at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Get your tickets now at eventbrite.com.
Got unpaid parking or camera tickets in New Orleans? Here's some good news. Through August 31st, you can take care of them without paying late fees. That's money back in your pocket. Just go to NOLA.gov/no late fees to see what you owe. You can pay all at once or sign up for a payment plan and break it into monthly payments at no extra cost. That's NOLA.gov/no late fees. NOLA.gov/no late fees. Don't miss out. This offer ends August 31st.
Hello, I'm Gary Clark. Please tune in to Dr. Clark 101, The Living Classroom, which is broadcasted weekly every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. on WBOK 12:30 a.m. on your dial. And as always, it's been a pleasure.
New Schools for New Orleans wants to wish all of our city's educators, students, and families an awesome school year. Remember, you have what it takes to achieve all your goals each and every day. Be sure to tune in for Talk That, NOLA Education, every Monday at 12:30 p.m. on 12:30 a.m.
I'm Wendell Pierce. Thanks for making WBOK your station. WBOK.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 12:30 a.m.
All right, folks, welcome back.
All right.
As we get ready to wrap up for a Thursday afternoon, Jeffrey Vappy, Gerard Stevens with you. And the cars, we got Mr. Harold out in L.A. What you say, Mr. Harold?
Yeah, I'm sitting here in the Jeep at the Guitar Center on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. And what got on me a bit is the policeman said that this policeman locked his keys in the car and threw them in the trunk. So if that happened to me, everybody would know about it. I would be reported. But anyway, it's so much to talk about, and I don't know how to do it. But I wanted to comment on Norman Robinson's editorial a few days ago and today about the people in Gaza, that they are starving to death. I can hardly look at it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I cannot look at it on TV. So I'm glad he brought that up. And the sooner they run Israel into the sea, the better off things will be.
Wow.
So anyway, I'm sure you've eaten something today and you'll eat this evening. But to starve men, women, and children to death is the lowest thing you can do. Now, I've been told Israel would not last 30 minutes without the support of the United States. You got a fool in the White House, and you got to get him out. So what I'm saying is the blood is on Israel's hands, and it's on this country's hands. So let me tell you what happened today. This ISIS went to Home Depot on Wilshire and Union, and they came in a rental truck, it's reported, and they bought some other vehicles, and they jumped out and chased people and arrested them. They are no longer getting the men, but the women. So this crap that is going on today, this country has never seen it before, and it has to stop. There are millions of dollars of projects here in Los Angeles that have been put on a hold because people are afraid to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
And what's happening is, now I'm a people person. What you do to people will come back on you. Yes. Not only you, but your kids will have to suffer the consequences. But the Hispanics, I've heard about this black and brown, which is no such thing. The Hispanics, I understand, 47% of the food that got the votes, but they voted for him. They've always, they really had nothing for black people, and they've always wanted to kind of go along with the so-called white people. There's no such thing as a white person. And what is happening, the streets, a lot of the streets don't have little or no traffic because people are afraid to go to work. And if you can't go to work, you can't pay a mortgage, you can't buy food, and you can't exist. So anyway, the fool in the White House sent the Guard, National Guard, even the Marines out here. So for no need at all, none. So it's bothering me that people, families are being disrupted, and people cannot go about their regular business, and it's just bizarre. I don't know how to tell you, how to talk to you about it.
Mm-hmm.
But what can I tell you? I haven't seen the National Guard. They pulled some of them out.
Yeah, that's only on a certain part of LA. I think a lot of folks are also thinking that's all over California, but it's only on a couple of streets in Los Angeles too. Am I right?
Right. I haven't seen any of it. I just see the results of it. People not being able to go to work.
I've been a little bit more vocal on that, and you probably gonna tell me I'm wrong, but I just said interesting to me with black people in that instance. That's not my problem. And the only reason I say that, Mr. Harrell, I know you're gonna be telling me I'm wrong, but is when we have something, they don't stand with us.
Mr. Harrell, you got a good governor. You got a governor and a mayor that's looking out for you guys' best interest.
They being overshadowed.
Yeah, but they're still fighting though. They're still standing in it.
So, but look, I gotta go. We gotta get out of here. So he's playing the music already.
You go and get you something to eat, and think about the people that are starving to death.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, have a great day, sir.
We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Harrell. That's gonna wrap things up for us. Always good, my friend. It goes by fast when you come
goes by real fast.
Next week.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Vapid Thursday. All right, y'all, that's going to wrap things up for us. We appreciate you for being a part of the conversation. We'll see you on tomorrow. Arnie and Carrie coming up next, y'all. Y'all have a great rest of the day.
WBOK online at WBOK